Hey everybody, this is Addison and today we're talking about the vulnerability of oral sex. And so this is a two-part series and this video is about giving. And so I love giving oral sex to a partner. I love to see them in pleasure. I love to see them enjoying themselves. It is one of the hottest things that can happen in sex for me, is really giving my partner oral sex. However, it can be really vulnerable. It really can. It can be a vulnerable situation, especially with a brand new partner, or if you have a partner who has other partners, it can be really vulnerable. And the reasons it can be vulnerable is, first of all, sex is vulnerable. Let's get over that. Sex is vulnerable if we're wanting amazing sex and not just kind of pump pump ooh goo kind of sex, but really like amazing, orgasmic, like mind-blowing sex, then yes, it's going to be vulnerable because we have to really breathe into our vulnerability to go there. And so it can be vulnerable because we are the ones kind of not in control, because each partner will always have control, but we are really the ones in control, and we want to make sure that we're doing the right thing and that our partners are feeling pleased. And so it can feel really, really awkward, or you can start to get really up in your head when you're giving oral sex to your partner. And so here's a couple of tips. So first being to get out of your head, to really get into your body and just love what you're doing. So if you're with a guy, like just dancing with his cock and really enjoying it and putting it in your mouth and touching it and tasting it and just really just having fun with it. Really having fun with it. I always just kind of picture myself like in this beautiful dance with it. Because when you're really enjoying yourself, they're going to be enjoying themselves. The next is to, if you're feeling like maybe you're not good at something or they're not enjoying them, ask. Now, don't get into a huge long discussion in the middle, but maybe prior or after, you know, you guys have had your sexing, to ask and go like, what do you really enjoy? And get some feedback, because feedback will take some of that vulnerability of maybe just not being good enough that we kind of get into our heads away. You can always check in the middle by asking yes or no questions like, do you want me to go a little faster? Do you need me to go slower? Do you need me to move to the left, to the right? It doesn't really matter if it's a man or a female, but to really just kind of do those short little check-in questions where they can go yes. And so also, if you are the one kind of receiving, it's helpful for you to make your partner feel less vulnerable by just verbalizing kind of really what's going on, and allowing them to hear that. So that's also a key for the receiver to not feel quite, or the giver to not feel quite so vulnerable. And then just talk about your vulnerability and then lean into it, because if you're having sex with somebody, leaning into that vulnerability can really open you up, and really just accepting yourself and whatever is happening is what should be happening. And to really, the most important thing is to just enjoy, have fun, really get in there and just enjoy yourself, because I promise you, if you're enjoying giving your partner a blowjob, cunnilingus, it doesn't matter if you are in there enjoying it, it's gonna feel amazing to them. They're gonna be enjoying it. Unless you're doing something like really crazy and like using teeth or something, they're gonna be enjoying it. And just allowing yourself to really tune into what your body is feeling, and really kind of breathing into that vulnerability is gonna be helpful. So I have lots of tips and tricks on oral sex, so if you want to know more, check out my other videos, or shoot me an email, shoot me a message on Facebook. I would love to make more videos on this topic, one of my favorite topics. So look out for the next video on receiving oral sex. Bye guys, and you can find me at www.addisonbell.net.